Hello, I'm Jashykins, and welcome to my review of the Pretty Little Liars episode, She's Better Now. Now, this episode starts off with a chase scene. A guy on a skateboard getting chased by a guy in a Jeep, which really sounds unfair. Because, the Jeep can go faster than the skateboard, just a little FYI. And it's great. The guy who's probably Lucas on the skateboard is chased by the guy who turns out to be Toby in the Jeep, and Lucas not once doesn't really think, I'm just going to turn and run in a driveway or up to or basically up to somewhere that the Jeep can't go. Because mind you, they're just going on a little street where there's houses. And Lucas doesn't even take the chance of when a car suddenly pulls up, and blocks the Jeep for a few seconds to, take advantage of that. That was a little bad. Now, Arya is still keeping the secret that Ezra is a dad from him, so leaves a little gift basket saying it's a boy, which was mildly creepy, not really that bad. I've mentioned it before, now Ezra is become a little stale, so I just want there to be some big drama about Ezra finding out he has a son, just so that there will be some tension again, and maybe they'll even break up. Because while I like Ezra, the fact is Ezra has become so stale that the mere mention that, oh, they might possibly break up has become too boring. So we're seeing some movement in that department, so hopefully everything will turn out well. And the janitor turns out to be the guy from the base motel. I mean, wherever the hell they're calling their version of the base motel is now at the high school. And they discover the diary, that Allie's diary, and they don't think, let's hide it in one of our bags where the janitor can't see. No, they just tear out a page, and even that's nearly taken. And when, let's see, Spencer and Hannah are, discovering the janitor, they talk sort of loudly while he's just a few feet away, and then when they go to hide, a large part of Hannah is sticking out. It's like, janitor, all you have to do is walk out a few more inches, turn that way, and you'll see him. But all in all, this was a good episode. It had its moments, but all in all, it was pretty decent. But I still have to get some of these negatives out of my system. I'm sorry. There's Hannah's mom. No explanation of why she's gone. Okay. But then the grandma is there. And I like the grandma. The grandma is a good character, don't get me wrong. She, is giving Hannah advice, about Mona. At first she's like, give Mona a chance. And then later the grandma's like, no, Mona's a bad egg. A bad apple. So I like the grandma. She was a nice new character to see, something refreshing. However, where's Hannah's mom in all this? I've read some people's comments, and it's like, yeah, there was no explanation of why Hannah's mom is gone. And some people are like, well, other parents don't always appear and we don't get complained. Is the fact that there's this new character here. Here's this new character. Good new character, but new character nonetheless. It's like, where the hell did you come from? And, of course, Mona is now officially out, though, from what we know. Mona has been going out of the insane asylum for a while now. And she's trying to get everyone on her side. Like saying, oh, I was like this, but I'm so sad about what I've done. And a lot of people are now seeming to give Mona another chance. But it was really creepy about near the beginning of the episode where Mona sneaks into Hannah's room. It's like, who the fuck does that? Yeah. That's a very good way to tell someone you are safe now, that you are all there, nothing to worry about. Sneak into my house after hours while I'm asleep, and I won't believe you're fucking well. But Mona has seemed to do a very good job at convincing the other people at the school. And we find out Jason is the guy that Arya stabbed in the Halloween special. And I've read a bunch of comments about people saying, he's good, he's bad, we can't tell right now. But it was just sort of weird seeing him, but at the same time, it sort of fits, because Garrett killed his sister, or at least he thinks he killed her sister. But as people have pointed out, Jason being part of the A-Team may not really be a thing, because, well, it's the winter premiere. They revealed Toby as part of the A-Team like 2 episodes ago. So yeah, probably not, but Jason now has a connection to Mona, now has a connection to the A-Team somehow. And I really feel bad for Spencer, because Spencer doesn't know that her boyfriend, the guy who took her virginity, is part of the A-Team. And I really don't know how this is affecting Toby, because he seems to be okay with it, but I really hope he's, doing it to protect Spencer. And he's using his position to protect her, but I don't know. In this episode, he doesn't seem to say anything antagonistic to her, but at the same time, when he seems to be ashamed of what he's done. Because remember, whenever Spencer brings up A or Mona, it's like, oh, don't talk about that. So it shows that at least he's probably ashamed. Well, it was great in the bathtub scene, the jacuzzi, when Spencer's like, hey, who are you? Hey! Yeah, I'm someone sneaking around, may want to kill you. I'm going to answer you and say, hey, I'm here. Hi, my name's Joe. How are you doing? But all in all, Pretty Little Liars, she's better now. Was a decent episode. We got to see Mona released from the mental institution, which means now there's a little more danger. She's, at least probably to the girls' perceptions, because the girls always thought that Mona was, safe behind bars. But now the girls will probably be even more afraid because Mona's out. We have the janitor now, who we don't know where he stands on the totem pole or why the hell he's here. We have Ezra possibly finding out he's a daddy storyline going on. We have an overprotective dad, you know, Emily's dad. We find out that Arya's dad has, in the past, made a deal with Allie. And let me just end this by saying, why the fuck were they friends with Allison? Because from all the flashbacks, everything, she just seems to be a major dick. It's like, let's be friends with the worst bastard ever. And I mean, I can understand, you know, being young and getting with whoever, but Allie didn't even seem to be nice to her group. So why the fuck? But I have been Jashykins, owner at jashykins.blogspot.com. If you want to contact me outside of Facebook, I mean outside of YouTube or my blog, or say, we can chat up about Pretty Little Liars. I like the show. I've been watching it from the beginning. So you can contact me at facebook.com/jashykins fan page or on Twitter at jashykins. If you're watching this on the YouTube, subscribe, like, comment below. If you're watching this on my blog, thank you for watching. Comment below, share among friends, be happy, and all that shit. And before I end this, this is a little bit of a tangent, by side hell, I'll put it out here anyways. I'm reading J.K. Rowling's new book, The Casual Vacancy. Very adult book, I highly recommend it, but if I'm just putting this out there, if you're just starting to read it, it takes a while to get into, well, once you get in. So, until next video, goodbye.